We're looking at calculating the volume of a cube or a cuboid from a net in this video. So we all know how to work out the volume of a cube or cuboid. It's going to be the width times the length times the height. But I need to actually visualize what that is in my cuboid. So those 3 dimensions is what I need. Now the cube from a net is very similar. You just need to actually either visualize it as a 3D shape, so you can work out the 3 dimensions and then times them together, or there should only really be 3 numbers that are different on a net. So looking at this question, we can see that part A is about figuring out which sides meet together. So if I highlight the sides, then we can put these 2 together here. Then the third part that will link with that will be the lid of the actual box. And if I highlight the further sides, that will be put together. So that side is going to be put together, that one. And then the top one will link with that one. So the 3 sides that connect to make the coordinates there are going to be those 3. But if you can visualize the box, we can draw it, and because it's a cube, all the dimensions are going to be a 2. So the volume in this case is just simply going to be 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8, and then centimetres cubed for the actual units. Let's have a look at another question, which is more of a cuboid. So I'm going to get you to have a go at this one on your action sheet. I'd like you to sketch out the net with the dimensions. It doesn't have to be big. And then I want you to try to find me the volume of this cuboid, please. Pause the video and have a go. So I'd hope that some of you have drawn the actual cuboid, so you can think about the units and where they go. So the 6 is quite the larger side, so I'm going to put this down the side here, the 3, and then the height is 2. So to find the volume of that, it's just those 3 sides that we talked about being times together. That's going to give me 36 centimetres cubed. Watch the units, make sure they're always the same, always centimetres or always metres. If they're not, then you have to make them the same unit before you start with that. So you're going to do some questions now. You're going to find the volume for each question, but I need to see the working out on your action sheet. So ideally what I want to see is the picture sketched out with the dimensions, ideally a 3D sketch, and then the calculation and the answer with the units next to each of them. There is a bit of a tiff at the end as well, where you get an area as opposed to the actual dimensions, so you have to find the lengths to start with. So you're going to pause the video and complete the questions on your action sheet. So there are your 3 answers. If you can mark your work and make a comment on your act sheet to support all of your learning today, that'd be fantastic. Your teacher will be checking your working out, so please make sure you've done a good job with that, please. Otherwise, this is the end of the task. Well done.